Hi, my name is Flo and welcome to Flo's Tech Reviews. Some days ago, Mitsubishi Motors announced that they will stop introducing new cars to Europe. They plan to focus more on Southeast Asia, South America, Africa, Middle East and Oceania. And on top of that, Mitsubishi Motors announced that they will no longer produce their iconic off-roader Pajero, also known as Montero or Shogun in some markets. But first I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell. It is much appreciated and it helps the channel a lot. Some days ago, Mitsubishi Motors announced that they generated a loss of 3.8 billion yen in the past 2019 financial year. That is around 31 million euros. To counter this, Mitsubishi announced a new business plan called Small but Beautiful. Mitsubishi said they want to achieve a market share of 11% in Southeast Asia. They also said they want to reduce fixed costs by 20% or more compared to 2019 and concentrate their investments on core regions and core technologies to enhance profitability. Mitsubishi furthermore announced to focus more on plug-in hybrids and electric vehicles. More on a side note, Mitsubishi also said that they stop introducing new cars in Europe starting immediately. So all current European lineup models will not get a replacement when they are not being built anymore and therefore more or less die out. So for example, in 2021 Mitsubishi will start to produce the newest generation Outlander. When this happens, the current Outlander will not be produced anymore, and so no Outlander will be sold anymore in Europe. They also said that after sales and services will continue in Europe. This does sound like they want to stop selling cars in some kind of slow transition and then switch to servicing and maintaining the current cars on the road. Mitsubishi did not say directly to pull out of the European market, but in the end it seems so. Perhaps Mitsubishi wants to keep a foot in the door if they rethink their decision, and this is the reason they did not say more clearly what they want to do with Europe. As Mitsubishi's lineup is quite old, the transition to selling no more cars could happen fast. Almost every car Mitsubishi sells in Europe needs to be replaced, needs a facelift or could face an investment because of upcoming emissions regulations. In the end there will be only some Mitsubishi service centers left, making maintenance and repairs of the Mitsubishis that are still on the road. There had been more and more rumors in the last months that Mitsubishi wanted to leave Europe, but Mitsubishi Europe and the importers always denied that, and the slowly growing sales in Europe did not indicate a decision to leave Europe. But perhaps the growth was too slow for Mitsubishi and the numbers still did not justify to keep business in Europe going. Europe contributed to the loss due to the bad exchange rate between the euro and the yen, and due to the European Union's emissions regulations, said Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi Motors sold around 1,225,000 vehicles worldwide in 2019. 186,000 of these vehicles were sold in Europe. I want to add a personal opinion why Mitsubishi perhaps did not sell as much cars as they wanted in Europe. I always liked Mitsubishi and their products, but every time I visited several Mitsubishi dealers in the last years and tried to negotiate an offer, they tried to rip me off. Every single one of them. Perhaps Mitsubishi could have sold more cars in Europe if they would have controlled their dealers more. Not every customer accepts being tricked, and in my case I then bought a car from another car manufacturer, whose dealer did play fair. In these situations I often thought that the engineers at Mitsubishi tried their best to offer a good product, and in the end it does not sell because of greedy dealers. And on top of leaving Europe, Mitsubishi wants to stop producing the iconic Pajero in the first half of 2021. And they even want to close the manufacturing plant of the Pajero in Japan. The production of the Outlander and Delica D5, which have also been built at the Pajero plant, will be shifted to the Okazaki factory. Mitsubishi says the step is necessary because of their decision of shifting market focus, and closing the Pajero factory should also increase operating rate and productivity rate, said Mitsubishi. For me that is sad news, as I always liked the Pajero. I one time even considered buying one. But in the last years there have never been reliable news that Mitsubishi is developing a new Pajero. And stricter emissions regulations in some countries already killed the Pajero in these markets in the last years. As Mitsubishi did not invest money in the Pajero to achieve better emissions, you could sense that the end for the Pajero was near. I personally hope that sometime there will be a new Pajero. Perhaps their idea to focus on markets where they are already strong or see potential for growth helps funding a new Pajero. Mitsubishi said, "We will shift our strategy from all-round expansion to selection and concentration." This fits to reports that the Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi alliance, where Mitsubishi Motors is part of, starts realizing their idea to concentrate their efforts on different markets in the world. It seems that the shifting market focus of Mitsubishi is a first step in this direction. Renault is set to concentrate on the European market. Nissan is set to concentrate on the North American and Chinese market. And Mitsubishi, as I said in the beginning, now concentrates on Southeast Asia, South America, Africa, Middle East and Oceania. For the Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi alliance, this is probably the best way to go into the future. But for the customers and fans of Mitsubishi, it is a little bit sad that they now will or could leave their markets where they have always been for decades. One word on North America. Mitsubishi said they want to reduce fixed costs, but they did not say to stop selling in North America. So that's it from me, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And please like, share, subscribe and also hit the notification bell as more videos are coming soon.